Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Hope so you all are fine and doing well. Dear students, as in all previous lectures you have learned about the multiplication of a decimal by a whole number by 10, 100,000 by 100 tens and by decimal. Now we are going to start the division of the decimal. As in your book there are two methods for the division of the decimal, and we are following only the one of these two methods as we have already done in the class. So we will just going to revise this topic, and we will follow the one method as you have already done in the classroom. That method is dividing a decimal by a decimal by converting decimal to fraction. Second method is division method, dividing a decimal by the direct division method, but we are just following this method, and that is converting decimal to fraction. So it is easy to divide a decimal number by a whole number, but it's not so simple to divide a decimal number by any other tens or by hundreds. So in such cases we need to change the decimal into the fraction form. So firstly we will convert the given decimal in the fraction form, and then we will proceed the method. Let's start. As 64.80 is a decimal number and 1.6 is also a decimal number, and we are going to divide a decimal by another decimal by converting these decimals into fraction. So firstly we will convert these decimals into fraction form. Fraction mean numerator and denominator. So our decimal is 64.80. If I will put 1 as a denominator, then 1 will not affect the value of this given decimal, because 64.80 is now in the form of fraction, and this one is also not giving any effect to the value of 64.80 as a decimal. So we can also convert the second decimal in the fraction form by putting 1 as a denominator, because when we use 1 as a denominator, 1 will not affect the value of the decimal, and our decimal will also be in the form of fraction. Clear? Now our decimals are in the form of fraction. So next step is remove the decimal. We have to remove the decimal from these decimal numbers. For this purpose, firstly we will write the decimal number as a whole without considering the decimal. We will write this given decimal number as a whole number without considering this decimal, and when we will not consider this decimal, so actually when we are removing this decimal from this decimal number, we will put zeros in the denominator according to the decimal places of that decimal number. In this decimal number, as we have two decimal places. What is decimal place? Decimal place means number of digits after the decimal. Here we have two decimal places because this number is two decimal place, because we have two digits after the decimal. So when we will remove the decimal from this decimal number, we will put the zeros according to this decimal place. We have two decimal place, so we will put two zeros in the denominator. Same with the second one, we will repeat the same procedure with the second one. We will write this decimal number as a whole, and in the denominator again we will check the decimal places in the given decimal number. Now as we have only one digit, so it's one decimal place, so to remove the decimal from this decimal number, we will put 10 because we have only one decimal place. Got it? Now our decimal numbers are in the common fraction form. This is common fraction form. Next step is to convert these decimals. These decimals are in the form of fraction. Now we have to convert it into common fraction form. Now we have to convert it into common fraction form. We will change it into common fraction form. What is common fraction form? Means we will find the lowest term of these fractions. For this purpose, we will write the first fraction in the same form, and as in the division, when we will have any fraction along with the division sign, we cannot cross out any numerator denominator by common factor. So firstly we will convert this division into multiplication, and when we convert this division into multiplication, we will take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Reciprocal mean denominator will be replaced as a numerator and numerator will be replaced as a denominator, and this thing is called reciprocal. This is called reciprocal. Reciprocal mean we will change the position of the numerator and denominator. Numerator will be considered as a denominator and denominator will be considered as numerator. This is called reciprocal. And why we are taking the reciprocal? Just to convert these fractions in their lowest term to find out the answer. Got it? So firstly we will write the decimals in the form of fraction. To convert it in the form of fraction, we are using 1 as a denominator, and when we are using 1 as a denominator, that one will not affect the value of the decimal, and our decimals are also converted in the form of fraction. After this we have to find the common fraction. For that purpose we will change the division sign into multiplication, and when we convert the division sign into multiplication, we have to take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Reciprocal mean numerator will be replaced as denominator and denominator will take the place of the numerator. Clear? Now we can easily find the lowest form. As I told you in the class that we can cross the 0 by 0. 0 will divide the 0, and now left number is 6,480 multiply by 1 mean 1, same numbers, so no need to write it again. So 6,480, and here we have 10. Here we have 10, and here we have 1 by 16. Now you can also cross out the second one by this, but I am cutting it over here. Now you have to check whether 16 is dividing the 6,480 or not. For this purpose, because 6,480 is our numerator and 16 is the denominator, so let's start the division. So we will divide 6,480 by 16. As 6 is less than 16, so we will make the pair 64. So 16 fours are 64. 0, 4 minus 4, 0, 6 minus 6, 0. Bring the 8. Now 8 is again less than 16, so 16 zeros are 0. 16 zeros are 0. 8 minus 0 is 8. Now next digit is as 0. 80. So 16 fives are 80. 16 fives are 80. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. So our number is 405. We got 405. It means 16 ones are 16, and 16 divides 6,480 by 405. So our answer is 405 by 10. Our answer is 405 by 10. Now, as I told you in the class that when we have 10 100 or 1000 as a denominator, we can easily convert this fraction into decimal form. As our question is also in the decimal form, it means your answer should also be in the form of fraction, decimal. So as 10 is the fraction, 10 is in the denominator, how many zeros are in the 10? As in the 0 we have only as in the 10 we have only one zero. So firstly we will write our numerator, and as in 10 we have only one zero, so from the right side you can place the decimal according to the zeros of the denominator. As in the denominator we have only one zero, so from the right side we will put the decimal after one digit. So our answer is 40.5. Answer is 40.5, because as our question is in the form of decimal, so we have to write the answer in the form of decimal. So to convert this fraction into decimal form, we will check the number of zeros in the denominator. As we have only one zero, so from the right side we will put the decimal after one digit, because as in the answer our denominator was 10, so you can also see we have the tens place over here. That's why we are converting the fraction in the decimal form. Got it? Now come to the second example. Second example is 0.9 divided by 0.018. So firstly we will write it in the form of fraction by using the same method. 0.9 by 1 divided by 0.018 by 1. Now both decimals are in the form of fraction. Why I am putting 1? Because by using 1 our decimals are in the form of fraction, and 1 is also not affecting the value of these decimals. Now we will convert it in the common fraction. So for this purpose, as I told you, we will remove the decimal, we will write the numerator as a whole number, and to remove the decimal you will check how many digits are after the decimal. As here we have only one digit, so we will put 10. Here I am using this cross just to tell you that we are removing the decimal, and when we will remove the decimal we will write the numerator as a whole, and we will put the 0 according to the digits after the decimal. Same is here. Our whole is 18. Before 18 0 had no value, so 18 by, as we are removing the decimals, so in the denominator check the number of digits after decimal. 1 2 3, so we will use 1 2 3 zeros. Now we will change it in the common fraction. As I told you, to convert it into common fraction we will take the reciprocal, and when we will take the reciprocal, the division sign will be converted into multiplication, and numerator will be as a denominator and denominator will be as the numerator. Clear? Now we have to find the lowest term of these fractions. We can cross out the 0 by 0, and as the common factor of 9 and 18 is 9, so 9 ones are 9 and 9 twos are 18. 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18. We are using the common factor. Now in the numerator, left number is 1 multiplied by 100, so 1 hundreds are 100, and in the denominator we have 1 multiplied by 2, so 1 twos are 2. So what is the common factor of 2 and 100? You can also cross out this 100 and 2 over here in the same place. So 2 ones are 2 and 2 fives are 10 and 2 zeros are 0. So the left number is 50, and that is our required answer. As I told you in this example that as our question is in the form of decimal, so you can also write the, as 50 is in the form of whole number, so you can write it in the decimal form by putting like this 50.0, You can also write it in this form, because 0 actually here as a placeholder to show that is your tens place. Clear? So 50 or 50.0 both have the same values. So dear students, this one is all about how to divide a decimal by a decimal. So in this method the main thing is, firstly you have to convert the decimal into fraction form. For this purpose we are using 1 as a denominator, because 1 will not affect the value of the decimal. After this you have to convert this fraction into common fraction. For this purpose you will convert this division sign into multiplication, and this is a rule that when we change a sign we will take the reciprocal of the second one fraction. So in the reciprocal mean numerator will be replaced as denominator, and denominator will take the position of the numerator. Opposite, we will just change the place of the numerator and denominator. After this we will find the lowest term of the fraction, and for this purpose you have to find the common factors. It's up to you how you want to cross out these numbers by using the common factors. Okay, so students, one assignment will be attached along with this lecture. You have to solve that assignment by yourself, and for any confusion, for any problem, you can ask me. Kindly follow the instructions, do the assignment in a neat and proper way, and follow all the given instructions. Okay, thank you.